If you feel like major scales are just boring exercises, then they probably weren't explained to you properly, and we're gonna fix that today. And be sure to stick around to the end to learn some fun ways you can actually make music with major scales. The simplest definition of a major scale is a specific sequence of half steps and whole steps. And that's why this can sound like this, can sound like this, can sound like this. Even though we're playing totally different notes, the thing these all have in common is they're using the same pattern of whole steps and half steps. Before we dig deeper, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our channel is loaded with tons of tutorials, tips, and tricks to make your piano journey more fun and make the complicated uncomplicated. Now I'm going to show you what half steps and whole steps are as quickly as possible. A half step is the smallest distance you can have between two notes, and that can be black keys or white keys. And be aware of when you have two white keys in a row, because this tends to throw people off. A whole step is just two half steps. So for example, a whole step up from C will be 1, 2 up to D. A whole step up from D would be 1, 2, E. Now be careful here, a whole step up from E will be 1, 2, F sharp. So whole steps can go from white key to white key, black to black, or white to black. Like I said, a major scale is just a specific pattern of whole steps and half steps. So for example, if I start on C, I'll go up a whole step, another whole step, now is a half step, another whole step, another whole step, another whole step, and then a half step. So the pattern is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. If we try it from G major, same thing, start on G. Now what happens with a lot of students is they'll start on a key and say whole step. Can't do that because remember, that's a step between two different notes, whole steps. So you'll play your note first and then start with whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. Let's try another one. B flat, up a whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. So why do we care about any of this? You need to understand scales, in this case major scales, to understand what it means to be in a key when you're playing or improvising music. Let's take for example G major, that's G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. So when we play something that's in the key of G major, we're saying that the melody is going to come from this set of notes. And we're also saying that the harmony or the chords are also going to come from that. In this case, we'll start with the 1 chord that's just stacking thirds on top of that first note. So that's the 1 chord, the 2 chord, the 3 chord, which will use that F sharp since we're in G major, the 4 chord, the 5 chord, the 6 chord, the 7 chord, and then back to the 1 chord. So as you can see, a major scale forms the building blocks of what it means to be in a major key, in a major piece of music, in this case, G major. Let's try another example, A major, that'd be 3 sharps, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. And once again, my harmonies are built using that scale, the 1 chord, 2 chord, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Now that you've stuck around this long, it's time to show you how you can have fun with these scales and actually make music with it. It doesn't have to be just a boring exercise. A really easy way to do this is to pick a key. In this case, let's pick G major. Once again, that has the F sharp in it. And in your left hand, you can just play the 1st and 5th note of the scale like this. It'll be kind of like this drone. When it decays, you just play it again. And with your right hand, you can just make up whatever you want. And as long as you use those notes of the G major scale, it'll sound good. Or if you want to take your skills to the next level, you could play around and find the different chords in that key. In this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, and find some cool chord combinations with that improvising with the G major scale in the right hand. That might sound something like this. So now I'd love to hear from you. Have scales ever been explained to you like this? Or have you ever tried actually making music from scales? I'd love to learn about your experience in the comments below. And again, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have tons of tutorials just like this to help you on your music journey. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.